I just wanted to introduce Dr. Faryal. Dr. Faryal is a naturopathic doctor from Canada, and she has practiced in Canada and South Africa and in Dubai for the last 15 years. And she has been practicing naturopathic medicine all these years, basically to try and find solutions to chronic disease, chronic problems through natural methodologies and inspired from nature. She's obviously been integrating various modalities into her treatment and has come up with a unique sort of protocol which is quite special to her, and that's why she's popularly known as the magical nature doctor. And we've been fortunate that we have had her presence in India. She comes here once in 2 months or so, and she's with us for 4 or 5 days every 2 months. Just a little bit note on the subject. Hormones, as you know, is the driver of our bodies and our minds, and is also like a conductor of the orchestra. So I would say this is like Zubin Mehta of the body. And most importantly, we sometimes do not realize what actually regulates our hormones and what controls the way we act and the way we think. Hormones have a very important role to play, but I will let the expert talk about it and explain you more in detail. Over to Dr. Faryal.
Okay, so my name is Dr. Faryal Luhar. I'm a naturopathic doctor. I will talk to you a little bit about that in a few seconds. I am presenting to you a topic that I think touches all of us on some level at some point in our lives, and maybe at certain points in our lives. And so today we're going to discuss what I call the 6 master hormones and how we can work to strategize and optimize their function so that we can have a life that's full of vitality and vibrance and youthful energy. And I'm sure there's not a single person here who doesn't want that. So while I discuss this today, I think it would be best if after I discuss the first 3 hormones, we can take some questions. So please note down your questions, and then I will take more questions at the end. As Sanjay said, I practice naturopathic medicine, and I've had the privilege of working in different countries with different populations. And so I always say that for the last 16 years, I actually haven't worked a day in my life because I absolutely love what I do, and I'm very passionate about it. And, what I do is very different because we have the medical paradigm in most countries, which we call conventional medicine. And so I practice unconventional medicine, because I'm looking to treat the root cause of what is creating imbalances in an individual's being. And I say being, not body, because you're not just a physical body. You have emotions, there's a mental dimension, there's the genetics, the spiritual, environmental, social, you're a whole being. So I treat the whole person. It's very holistic, it's very comprehensive, and I do my best to get to the root cause of the problem, and sometimes to even the cause of the cause. And I think this, to me, is a very intelligent way of bringing the body back into balance, because our bodies have been designed to thrive, not just to survive. So we are not designed to self-destruct. The body is always trying to bring us back into balance. So we should respect and we should appreciate and also support the body's innate ability to heal itself. We have the power to heal ourselves. We have to give the body the right nutrients, the right support in order to bring it into balance and to thrive and to restore physiology and function. So as I mentioned before, these are the powerful hormones I'm going to be talking about today. Estrogen, testosterone, thyroid hormone, growth hormone, insulin, and cortisol. And some of you may look at these and think, oh, that doesn't apply to me, and that doesn't really apply to me, and I don't really know much about that one. But I'm hoping that by the end of tonight's talk, there will be some aha moments for everyone to say, wow, I didn't realize that this was something that could impact me. And not only am I going to discuss why they're important and how they impact our physiology and our mental and emotional well-being, how they behave when they go rogue or when they don't work well, but I'll also talk to you about some naturopathic strategies and some takeaways that you can hopefully leave tonight with. So first off, what are hormones? What exactly are they? We know that they are neurotransmitters or neurochemicals. They work as messengers. They're messengers that basically are sent to tell different glands and different organs and different cells of our body how to function. And they work in a lock and key type of mechanism. So if you have a lock and you have a key, the key is the hormone and the lock is the receptor. It's the receptor site on a cell. If you don't have the right receptor or if you don't have the right key, you cannot get the lock and key to work well. Hormones stimulate or inhibit growth. They control the immune system. They regulate metabolism. They're involved in heart health. These are just some of the functions, but they also arouse us. They activate hunger and satiety. They prepare our bodies for fight or flight, and they influence mood and energy production. They're also very much involved in aging. So if we know we're all aging, we want to age gracefully. And I've got a nice image here of an orchestra, because when hormones work well and in balance and in harmony, then they're like a fine-tuned orchestra. You like that? Okay, great. So these are some of the complaints I hear all the time. There are many others. And certainly if you have others, we can talk about them later. But these are some of the most major complaints that I hear in my practice all the time. I'm tired, I'm always exhausted, I feel anxious and irritable and moody, I cry for no reason, or I cry at the drop of a hat, I feel depressed, I have frequent aches, headaches, pains, irregular periods, I'm struggling to get pregnant, memory loss, focus issues. My hair is falling out. This is a big one. I have men and women complaining about this all the time. And then I see patients who come in because they just don't feel like themselves. They're losing their sex drive. They're losing their libido. They are also feeling that they don't have the self-esteem and the confidence to do things, and gaining weight, especially mysteriously, if you are doing everything in your power to lose weight and you're still gaining weight. Okay, so these are just some of the main complaints. And I just want to give you a little, physiology here. We're not going to go into too much detail, but some of you in the audience would have heard of the master glands in our body, the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, which sit in our brain. And they work together to send these messages and to activate these hormones that go to all of these body parts that you can see on the screen. So I like to talk about hormones. I'm going to talk about them this evening as if they were kids with different personalities in school. We've all been at school. We've all been around different kinds of kids at school, whether it's when we were, in kindergarten or in primary school or even in high school. And I just think this is a nice analogy to help us understand how hormones work.